Okay, welcome to our team call tonight. We are so freaking excited to have the beautiful Ashlee Kinsel on our call with us tonight. So you have to know who we're talking about, because if you don't know her, you need to follow her. I mean it. Instagram and Facebook. She is the epitome of having it all. You guys always hear me talk about you can have it all. You can be a rockin' mom, a God girl, and have a thriving business, right? And a good wife in there too. You can do all of it. You can have it all. This woman to me exemplifies all of that. She is like the most beautiful heart and the most beautiful way of expressing herself, and the most beautiful voice, I have to say, as well. And not only that, she just hit diamond last month. Woo! So exciting. And she's been like topping the leaderboards, and she got her 9 enrollments to get the iWatch already. Like, when was it? Like 2 weeks into the month or something, Ashley? Like, so basically what I'm telling you is, if you've ever thought like, well, maybe I can be a God girl and a good mom and rock my business, like, what would that even look like? Ashlee is what that would look like. I love this woman. Like, we just started talking this month because obviously she's a little, amazing bug in my ear giving me ideas for this month. But I have fallen in love with her, and we felt like instant friends when we started talking. I'm so grateful for this woman and so excited to hear what she's going to tell us. So if you don't already, get a pen and paper and get ready to write ferociously, because she's going to give us the secrets on how to have it all and how to really make this thing work. So Ashlee, take it away, beautiful.
What is up? I have to tell you guys, I'm in my car right now. I actually left a meeting at church. I'm a pastor's wife. I was like, babe, I gotta go. It's the big one. I gotta go make it for this call. I am so excited to give back to this team right here, because you guys have given so much to the field, and I just have the utmost respect for each of your leaders and for what you have done for One Plexus. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. Like I mentioned, I'm a pastor's wife. I had 4 kids in 5 years. So I think I only ovulated when all of my children were 9 months old, and just bam, pregnant before their first birthdays. It was awesome. My husband tapped out, but I would love to have more. So I found a new hobby called Plexus. Actually, it's part of the reason why I got started. So I had all of these babies in a really short amount of time, but I also had them during some of the most stressful moments of my life. My husband had a massive job at a university, leading worship for 10,000 people on a regular basis. He was making albums and received a Dove Award nomination, which is like the Christian Grammys. And, his career was just on this upward trajectory. We're kind of living the American dream. And for someone who craved comfort and security, it was like, oh, this is awesome. This is it. And boom, all changed overnight. New boss came in, wanted his own team, pushed my husband out right after we found out we were pregnant with my third, unexpectedly. You can get pregnant nursing, even if you haven't had a period, just FYI. And we lost our home that we had just purchased. I mean, it was a catastrophic time. And probably the hardest thing in all of that was my husband experienced a debilitating depression. I've shared on social media, with his permission, that probably one of the biggest life-changing moments for me was walking into my in-laws' house. We were living in their house and in their bedroom, and not in their bedroom, And so I walk in, and there's my husband sitting there, just kind of staring off into space. And I asked him, do you ever think about hurting yourself? And he thought about it for a really long time and said, I couldn't do that to you and the kids, but sometimes I wish a car would just hit me and do it for me. And I realized at that moment that my family was in serious trouble. And I kind of decided in that moment, okay, everyone is falling apart. I am going to be the strong one. I'm going to take all of my feelings. I'm going to shove them down. I'm going to get this thing done. And that's what I did for years, and developed adrenal fatigue as a result. My hair was falling out in massive clumps. My nails were breaking off in the middle. It looked like someone had taken a razor blade to my nails. They thought I had thyroid issues. And ultimately, I never could feel better. I was in and out of urgent care. But I hated network marketing. I hated it because my husband had a large platform. I became the victim of those false friends who were like, oh, you know what? She would be great for my business. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her how great she would be for my business. And it rang so false with me. There was no thought about, well, what did I need? What was the more that I was looking for? How could this enrich my life and add value to my life and be good for my family? Because I had questions and I was skeptical, and providing people with authentic relationships was part of my role as a pastor's wife. So I hated this kind of thing, but I had a friend who was sharing. I actually didn't know her too well. She was the only person that I really knew who was selling Plexus faithfully and consistently. And because of some experience that I had with a pharmaceutical company, I knew how to research. And when I researched the products, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. Told her I was not going to work the business. And I think 3 weeks later, I had gone gold. That was my journey. We went from paycheck to paycheck, one car family, to Emerald in 7 months, completely changed our life, and dealt with all of that while my husband was still incredibly depressed and really hated what I did. I now know with tools for empathy that part of the reason why he hated what I did was because it provoked a lot of feelings of loss for him. So I love to help couples make this work for them when they have a spouse who isn't quite on board, because often your success is triggering something in your spouse. And what we really need to do, instead of resenting their resentment of what we do, is we need to look back and care for them and help this be a family business. And so that's what I run. So I want you to know kind of my story a little bit, because it might be a little bit of a bumpy ride. I like to be no nonsense. I like to shoot straight with people, because I believe that what we do is one of the most important things that you can do. I believe that my business is a vehicle for God's kingdom, for the good of other people, for the safety and security of my family, even though I know that we will face suffering, and that's a good thing. It builds character. But I'm a no-nonsense kind of person, because I literally needed this to work to save my family from just going down the tubes of bankruptcy. So let me tell you what worked for us last month. One of the things that I have been preaching all year long, I kind of looked at my business, I looked at where we were as a company, and told my coach at the beginning of January, you know, I am ready to trade the sure thing for the better thing. What was the sure thing? I knew I could recruit my butt off, but could I give my people a simple system where they could go and do that same thing? I didn't want to be the rock star of my team. I wanted to be that person in the corner fangirling, watching my people climb the ranks, come to jewel status for the first time, be on that leaderboard with me. And so that was my heart going into this year. And so as a team, we really led with this philosophy of thinking like a silver, but working like a diamond. What do I mean by that? How does a silver think? The way that a silver thinks is simplicity, right? People who are overwhelmed are inactive. And I know for me, I love some information. So it was very easy for me to overwhelm people. So I really had to sit there and go, okay, if I'm sitting here, what is the maximum amount of information that I need to get into action? So when we coach our silvers, it is as simple as just highlighting our send, share, invite system. So they know what they're going to post. They know what they're going to send and share with the messages that we provide for them. They have events that we're running every single week where they can invite people. We use Bob Heilig's prospecting guide to teach them how to talk to people, because the how to talk to people is really difficult for some people. We give them basic steps for how to sign up a customer. And other than that, after caring for them, I mean, that's it, you guys. So really the labor intensive work, the working like a diamond in these simple systems, that's all in those private conversations that you're having with people. And it's not, hey, how's it going? Hey, does anyone want to buy from you yet? You guys think I'm over exaggerating, but I can't tell you how many times I step in and see these super generic questions that require nothing of our people. One of the things that I love to do when coaching a new silver through a simple system is implementing the concept of limited autonomy. Now, I have 4 young children, so I use this everywhere in my life. when you go to your child, it's raining outside right now. I'm not gonna be like, hey babe, do you want to wear a coat right now? They don't get to decide if they're going to wear a coat, but I'm going to say, hey, do you want to wear the red coat or the yellow coat? Right? They are empowered to make a decision within a decision that I've already made for them. So when someone confesses that they want to get their products paid for, or they're interested in working the business, it's as simple as, awesome, let's get you sharing right away. How are you most comfortable? We can start posting immediately. We can do a launch party for you. You can invite some people to this event that we've got coming up. It's just easy peasy, because at this point, there's no plan B. There's no back door. It's, you're going to do this. You committed to do this. I'm going to hold you accountable to do this, because that's what a diamond does. And we're going to keep it really simple along the way. So like I said, that thinking like a silver means simple systems. And I know that you guys have incredible systems with this team. Let me say this. I was sitting down with someone today who works with an amazing diamond, but the system just wasn't working for her. And I said, listen, you're like me. I want you to digest everything that you have seen and heard from everywhere, and then spit out your simple system. Because if you're not comfortable with it, you won't duplicate with it. So I want you to evaluate what you have in front of you. Does it make sense to you? Do you feel like you can speak that language? Is it something that you can teach? Think about how to make your own simple silver system. But again, working like a diamond means that we are holding our people accountable and getting them into action. I think this is the one thing that so many people are afraid of. Christy and I were having an awesome conversation about this. I sent her one of my favorite videos today on boundaries. I am a well-boundaried person because I had been through a lot of hard knocks in my life. And what I had to learn was, okay, how do I love people? But how do I also teach people how to love me well? How do I command respect from people in a way that is loving? And that's through boundaries. What's okay, what's not okay. I go to my people and say, hey, loved when you did this. This post was awesome. This was okay. Or, hey, that post that you made wasn't compliant. Or you screenshotted the picture instead of saving it and uploading it. Or it was super, super fuzzy. Not okay. Let's do this instead. Your people begin to learn with that gentle criticism what the standard is for your team. But if you're always afraid to approach them, hold them accountable, ask them questions, give them a task, and then see if they followed through on it, they will never succeed. They'll never treat it like a business. I've got a girl right now, I'm training to go silver. She asks me questions constantly. And her big issue is that she has very little influence. And so I sent her a great video about how to fill your funnel in network marketing. It's about an hour long. So she's continuing to ask me these questions. And I said, hey, did you check out that video that I sent you? No, it was kind of long, so I didn't watch it. I said, awesome. Thanks for being honest. What I want you to do is I want you to break that down into 15-minute segments, take some notes. I'm going to check in with you and see when you've completed the first one. And I want to see what you found to be the most helpful from that 15-minute segment. That's going to help her. And that's going to help me develop a leader who's independent, who's strong, who's competent. So this, think like a silver, work like a diamond. Now, this one might hurt a little bit. We're going to do it in love. Actually work your business like a business. Now, that sounds revolutionary. It's not. And probably nothing I'm going to give you guys tonight is brand new information, but I'm hoping to deliver it in a way where you're like, oh, that kind of hurt, but I kind of liked it too. Okay. Stop recruiting people that you don't take care of. Stop rewarding yourself with time freedom that you didn't earn. Girl, you are like you're like that person who goes and walks a mile and burns 100 calories and rewards yourself with a 200 cookie. That is not helping you reach your goal at all. I will tell you, one of the reasons why I have seen just a vibrance in my business is because I have a relentless pursuit of it, a well-boundaried one, because I love my family and I do this for them, but I don't give myself time freedom if I didn't earn it by completing my IPA that day. I'm going to have to make up for it somewhere. Like, all right, homie, you are going to have to order out. There is no home cooked meal tonight because mom did not get stuff done, right? Stop. Oh, this is my favorite one, y'all. Stop wanting greener grass when you refuse to water the grass you are standing on. This has been a big one for my team this year, of loving the lane that you're in. That comparison game will kill you dead, because you're looking left and right thinking, ooh, this looks better. What if I had this leader, I'd be more successful. If I had that business builder, I'd be more successful. If I had that training, I would be more successful. And what I want you to know is, you have no idea the traffic that other people have in their lane that they've already gone through, they're going to encounter, or you just don't see that your lane is the best one to be in, right? God has equipped you with a unique set of gifts, abilities, most importantly, a unique sphere of people to influence. You have incredible leaders, but I have access to people they'll never rub shoulders with. That's the amazing thing about what we do. There is room for everyone. So there's no point in looking left and right. We have to love the lane that we're in. So work your business like a business. Treat it like a business. Sit down at a nice desk, have your notebook out, cross off your tasks, and work it like a business. Now, this is the one thing that has changed everything for me as a leader, because I think sometimes when we're desperate to reach a goal, it's very, very easy for us to lead in a place of frustration and high expectation of what our team should be doing for us. Well, gosh, I recruited these people, and gosh, I give them all this training, and I do all of these things, and they don't care about me, or they're not doing anything, or I have the worst team and these people have the best team. We don't have the right to lead people until we love them. And truly loving people is very, very difficult. It requires intense humility from us, which I will say is, for me, the greatest marker of a wonderful leader is someone who's humble. I think all of the wonderful characteristics of leadership follow that single aspect of character. But a good leader is someone who knows their people. And this is one of the things that really helped us be successful last month, because things get hairy in a rank up month. People get frustrated when they see other people moving faster than them. They are disappointed in themselves. They feel ashamed when people are returning products, or people are ghosting them and they don't know why. One of the things that I have loved for my team is using the Enneagram. Now, I don't believe in putting people in a box or anything like that, but I do believe in using the Enneagram exactly what it's intended for, which is a tool for empathy. So I know, okay, I've got my 9 leaders here who are just sitting, waiting and willing to do whatever I ask them, but I need to give them very clear instruction, and they're going to go and they're going to do that. Or I've got my 4 over here who desperately, sorry, I got a call, who desperately wants to feel connected to me, wants to feel like, okay, so that's someone that I don't want to off too long, right? I've got my 3s who develop their sense of worth by what they are doing with their career. So how do I empower them with recognition? How do I give them more leadership opportunities? How do I help them when, frankly, they have the losses? And that's what I would say too for you, this whole thing about knowing your people. It's really easy for us to celebrate the little chickens that we're proud of. Oh, you hit this rank. Oh, you won this prize. Oh, you did this amazing thing that helped me grow my business. And we want everyone to be like you. Show up for the losses for your leaders too, not just the personal ones, but the professional ones. Your team and their propensity to get on that emotional roller coaster. Honestly, it feels like you're sailing on a ship and everybody's jumping off and you're trying to bring them all back, right? Sometimes you feel like you need a counseling degree to be a Plexus ambassador. Am I right? So important that you know how to speak the language of your people, not micromanage them, not make them victims or empower a victim mentality, but that you've taken the time and care and consideration to speak their language. When people feel heard, they will go to the bat. Sorry, y'all, I keep getting this call. They will go to bat for you. And that's the one thing that I've always seen about my team, is that because we are there in the wins and the losses, they show up. They show up when it's like, hey guys, this is the big one. Let's go diamond. Let's do this together. I could not have done this without my team. But we also could not have done this without each other if we had not been there for each other in the trenches. So guys, that's kind of my spiel. Again, nothing new, but just rehearsing what's really important, keeping your eyes on the fact that this is a business, which means we're not showing up to chitty chat in messages all day long. I teach my team, do not get in this chat before you have done your own personal IPA. If you're doing that, then we have a book club. We don't have a business. And I know I want my team to have a business, because for me, it doesn't work if it only works for me. I want it to work for every single person on my team who desperately needs this opportunity to change their life. So guys, thank you so much for having me. This was awesome.
Yes, it was, Ashley. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for stepping out of that meeting that you're in. That is, like, I feel like I need to give you a kiss next time I see you. I will anyway, but maybe I'll give you like a juicy one on the cheek. Thank you so much. I will kiss you, Emily says. Yes, I will. Thank you so much. You are so amazing. We're so happy for all your success, and we are going to implement exactly what you just said. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. We'll let you get back to your meeting, but we're so grateful for your time. Thanks, Ashley. Okay, you guys, did you love that? She's such an amazing woman. One thing I really love about Ashley is when you follow her on social media, she has mastered engagement. I mean, she knows how to love people well, and she gets massive engagement on all of her posts. And that just comes through in her business. So yeah, she is totally a giver. You guys will love following her. And I want to encourage you to take the things that she said and do it. She told me a little bit about her story as we were chatting, you know, at the beginning of the month. And something that I love that she said is sometimes, like, I needed to make a rank happen because, like, my team needed to see me win. And she's like, sometimes that's what would make me actually go for it, is because I knew that my team needed to see me win. And I want you guys to think about that in your business. You may not think you have a team, but yes, you do. You have people that have signed up to do the products, and you have a whole sea of people watching you, and they're thinking, if Julie can do this, then maybe I can do it. Or, you know, if she can rise up and make this work, then maybe I can rise up. And I want to encourage you guys to do that same thing. I'm doing that this month. This was not something that I saw coming, you guys. I was coasting, right, Emily? I was like, oh, Diamond's gonna happen someday. It was a bunch of bull crap. I was hiding in fear behind that. But when I really started to question, is this like what we need to do, and is this right? Guys, everybody needs to see people win, and they want to see you win. And our team is going to do this because we want to win together. And I want you guys to see that you can win together too. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to share something with you that I've been thinking about, and I actually was talking to Brooke about earlier today. Just because I know that it's a 30-day push month. How many of you are in the push with us? I'm going to turn it to gallery view because I can't not see your faces. This drives me freaking crazy. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that does to the recording, but I don't care. I got to see your faces. It just doesn't work for me to look at myself. Okay. How many of you are participating in this 30-day push that we are doing right now? Bev, raise your hand. Katie, let's see who else. Melissa, Lara, so many of you. Okay, so guys, this is something, maybe Emily can talk about this for a minute before we close out. But you guys, I wish I could just transfer my download that I had earlier today to your beautiful minds and hearts. 30-day push months are not normal. We don't do this activity that we're doing right now all the time. Do you guys understand that? Maybe some of you are newer and you're like, oh, is this how we do it? This is how we do it. Sorry, that comes up and I just have to go for it. Bottom line is, this is not how we always do it, right? That kind of sounded like him, didn't it?
It was really good, Jax. I mean, I was like, yeah.
I told you there might be a disco ball. Well, there's not a disco ball, but there might just be like a getting down. You guys, so here's the bottom line. It is go time. We have 11 days left of the month. We have massive goals on our team. So many of you are pushing for massive goals. So many of you might feel defeated because you're pushing for a big goal. Guess what? We are not going to do the defeated thing. I could look at my numbers right now and go, oh, no, like it doesn't look on track. So often we look for certainty, right? We're like, I want to make sure that this is going to happen, or else I don't want to like set a goal that I can't hit. Like, guys, how many of you have felt that before? Me? I don't want to set a goal because I don't want to not hit it, because then I'm going to feel like I'm not good enough, right? I'm here to say, you hitting your freaking goal means absolutely nothing about you. Nothing. Yes, it's going to be amazing. It's going to feel good. But you are just as worthy and as amazing right now as you will be when you hit your goal, right? So a 30-day push month, hope, is basically we are taking our businesses and we are saying, what is possible? And we are pushing our limits. We are going for bigger goals than we normally would. It's a rank up month. So this business has seasons. Sometimes we're planting seeds with people. Sometimes we're nourishing seeds. Sometimes we're building relationships with people. We're always doing that. But particularly right now, our team is in the middle of a 30-day push month. Our team is ranking up to diamond. I'm not Brooke Hemingway. That word underneath me, that name is not me. I'm Christy Jex. But Brooke has the big Zoom account. So we use hers because it's bigger and whatever. It's just easier. So I am going for diamond. Synergy Plexus Builders, which is my team, is going for diamond this month, you guys. Did you guys not know that? Like maybe I haven't like shared that. I don't know. It's like the whole team. Anyway, we're going for it, you guys. And so that's what a 30-day push is. We are being intentional every day from May 1st. We have been intentional, right? We have been giving our leaders maps, game plans. We're helping everybody hit their big goals. Thanks, thank you, Phyllis. Okay, but we're giving all of our leaders maps on how to hit their goals. Did you guys know that it's not about you when you're ranking up? It's not. It's about helping your team rise. And guess what happens? When you help your team rise, you rise. And that's my favorite part, because you guys know that I'm so much more excited about, ooh, let's get your senior ruby, or yeah, let's get you to gold. Like that fires me up so much more than my own rank up. And that's kind of why I've been putting it off, because I'm like, I'm just going to focus on everyone else. And like, we'll get there someday. No. That is not how this is designed, guys. Sometimes we got to put our butts on the line. Sometimes we got to decide, this is the month I am going to hit whatever rank. And you dig freaking in and you make a game plan and you get totally invested in the vision of what that's going to create for your family. And you talk about the emotions you're going to feel when you hit that rank. And you talk about what it's going to do for your family. Financially, time-wise, what are you going to do? Are you going to take a trip? Are you going to be able to not have your husband working as much? Like, what is that going to do for you? You get fired up about that and you feel that emotion now and you bring that emotion to the process. And then you get down and dirty and you either talk to your upline, you get in touch with Michelle Minnick if you have a big enough team, or you talk to your upline Jewel or your upline Ruby or your upline Gold, whoever you have, and say, help me map out a plan. I want to dig in. And then that person is going to help you identify stones that you get to turn over in your business. Everybody's at a different place, right? So some of you, you're going to be helping your other team members rank up, and you're going to be enrolling your own people. A lot of you just need to enroll your own people like crazy. That's where you are. Depending on the season of your business, you're going to get a clear plan, and you're going to get it. What I do is I have these big old huge Post-it notes. I just did this for one of my girls. This is a whiteboard. This is us mapping out her plans. We got down and dirty. We added up all the point values, and we mapped that shiz out. And then guess what you do? You show up every day, and you intentionally work on those. You show up with passion. You show up with excitement. You show up with confidence. You straighten your spine and you say, I am a gosh dang professional and I am making this happen. And people are going to be afraid not to be part of what you're doing, or they will not respond, or they will say no, or they will say, heck yes, I want to support you and I've been waiting for the moment to jump in. Spoiler alert, it's going to be one of those things, right? But we can't control that. What can we control, guys? We can control turning over stones. Am I right? We have 100% control over that. Now I'm going to just explain a little bit more in depth what I was talking to Brooke about. It's really easy to make a list and say, okay, I'm going to check in with all my level 1 white lines, and then go, oh, I did it, check, and just cross it off. Guys, there's a really strong word that I'm going to find a different word because I don't want to offend anyone. We don't just get to go through the motions, guys. That's when you want to just hurry and check it off and say, okay, I did it. Ooh. No, guys, we are professionals. We have to lead with our heart. We have to be serious. So when we say, I'm going to check in with my level 1 white lines, we do that a couple of times throughout the week, right? We don't just throw money at people and say, oh, they didn't respond. No, we're going to email, we're going to message, we're going to text, and yes, exactly, Emily, revisit. We're not being annoying. That's not the point, guys. We have to assume that people are busy because it's May. It's December without a Christmas tree, right? It's busy. That's okay. We can still make this happen. This is when I went Emerald 2 years ago. It was in May. Okay? So we do not say, oh, I did it once, check. No, that is wussy. We are not wusses. We are gosh dang professionals. And we keep showing up, and we message, and we text, and we email, and we say, just want to make sure you got this message because this is an awesome time to re-engage. Do you know what's happening? Do you know about our focus group threads? Do you know about what we're doing here? Have you thought about restarting with Plexus? I'd love to offer you better support and talk about a different product regimen. But guys, if you're just saying, will you order? I'll give you $30, and they don't respond, no. That's not turning over stones. That's just like wussy, right? We are not wusses. Raise your hand if you are not a wuss. Go like this. Hurry, do it. Look at all of you. Okay, let me see the other pages. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. I love you guys so much. You are amazing. Now go like this. No, I'm just kidding. The point is, guys, we're not wusses. We're professionals. And we're doing a 30-day push because we're going to move the needle, right? We're not going to be wussy. We're going to put our beautiful music on our phones or our beat music, and we're going to keep reaching out with passion, with excitement, with a straight spine. And we are going to know that people are going to respond in one of those 4 ways. It's okay. We can't control that, but we're going to show up in passion. We can control that. Okay. So that's one thing, reaching out to your white lines. How many of you have been, I love you, Hope. You're so cute. I can't have my video on, but I had to turn it on for a sec for that. Of course you did. You wanted to be part of this action, right? Okay, so how about, I know a lot of us have been part of maybe a 3-way message or something with someone on our team. So we look in the report, he was dying. Casey, you know it's going to be exciting when I am up here. Give me the mic and we'll start dancing and I'll make everyone else dance. Okay, so when you are part of a 3-way message with someone who is turned off, guess what this mama right here is going to be doing? I'm going to be going through my reports, and if I have any sort of relationship on Messenger with these people, I am going to be going into that thread, and I'm going to use confidence, have a straight spine, passion, and outward focus. I'm going to tell everybody what's going on this month. Okay? There's going to be people that haven't heard from me for a year, and I'm going to go in there because there's a ton of stones. It's time to turn over all the stones, right? So I'm going to be doing a mass follow-up. Anyone that I have ever talked to about Plexus is going to hear from me, and we're going to say, this is the month. If you've ever waited for a chance, this is the month. We're also I'm going to be cold messaging everyone I've ever known. Guys, I'm not kidding. When I was walking around, I was like, I've never talked to that girl about Plexus. I'm going all out this month. And I'm going to say, guys, maybe, Emily, yes, it's happening. But I'm going to be going, just messaging everyone and saying, you've been watching me for 3 years. Have you ever thought about trying Plexus? If they're not interested, I'm going to say, cool. Have you heard about our family essentials welcome pack. Don't you want your kids to get some help? Like, guys, we got to think outside the box, and we can't be wusses. We can't just say, oh, I did it, and check the box. No, we got to want it. That's what a 30-day push is all about. Not just doing it to check it off, but doing it because you're on fire about resetting your business. Okay, I'll calm down. So maybe you're not going for a huge rank. That's okay. This is a chance for you. You guys are so freaking cute. Christy, I'll go to door. New plan, we're going door to door. Bev, you're so cute. So you guys, the bottom line is, you gotta want it to win it. Maybe you don't want, I'm gonna start singing again, you know that. You gotta want it to win it, and we want it more. You may not be going for a huge rank. That's okay. Maybe you just gotta take this opportunity to do a 30-day push with us, guys. Use this momentum, use the incentive money, use the creative ideas that we're doing to get momentum in your business. Maybe you just wanna add another 100 points to your business. Maybe you just wanna help a couple people go silver. Whatever you want, use the momentum that this team has right now, because a lot of people are doing a 30-day push, and they're doing an 11-day push till the end of the month. Get in with us, play with us. Use this momentum to create massive momentum on your team, okay? Don't let this opportunity pass you by. I feel like I'm like Noah telling you the flood's coming. Like, seriously, don't miss out. June 1st, we will all be sleeping. We will not be completely done, but you guys, we're on fire. Everybody's on fire. Make this happen. I'm here to tell you miracles can happen in 11 days. You might be thinking there's no way I can do this. I'm here to tell you, yes, there freaking is. Yes, there is. I have chills head to toe. Guys, when I thought about going diamond before May 1st, like a couple days, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I was sobbing, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Look at my chills. I don't want to do this to my team. Like, so victim-y and so wussy. Guys, no, I need to do this for my team. You guys deserve to see me show up. Like, you guys deserve to show up for yourselves. So much can happen in 11 days, you guys. So much can happen in one day. When you are on fire and you are intentional and you are outward focused and you are confident and your spine is straight and you are showing up and you are going through the numbers and you are messaging and you are talking to people and you are reaching out, miracles can happen. Miracles. So don't you dare sit there and say, oh, I only have 11 days, I can't do it. No, you can do it, and we're gonna do it. Our team is seriously creating miracles this month, and I want you to be part of it. Okay, I'll stop. That was the message that was on my heart, and I just had to share. So Emily, what do you have to say, babe?
Yes, that's what I feel like screaming right now, you guys. Because, like, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't need to talk. Nobody needs to talk. We're done talking. You just said all the amazing things we ever needed to hear. So the only thing that I will add is that something that you guys, I'm working on being more authentic, being more vulnerable, and sharing my weaknesses with everyone. So something that you might not know is that I tried to rank Sapphire for about 4 months in a row and failed 4 months in a row. And every time that I failed, I was like, oh my gosh, I guess it's just gonna come later. I guess I'll just hit it when I hit it. And I needed the Christy Jex slap down back then, because when I finally decided to just hit it and hit it hard, that was the month where we made it happen. And so I just love how Christy said, you know, push for 30 days with us and celebrate wherever your points end, because I guarantee you're going to be further ahead in points this month than you would be without the push. So maybe you've only ever made it to 250 points and you want to go for 300 this month. Like maybe Your goal is to end with 300 points. Or maybe you've hit a rank in the past and you haven't re-ranked that in several months. Maybe you've come so close and you're like, oh, it's not really worth it. Like, what's it going to be worth it to do that? It's worth it because it's about showing up for yourself and your team. And I love that. And I feel like we are so blessed to have so many people, so many leaders on our team that show up for us and remind us of who we are. Tonight, Christy Jex reminded each and every one of us who we are and what we are capable of. And I want you to just sit on that for the next 11 days and never, ever forget it after that. But let it be your peace in your heart that you know who you really are and what you are really capable of. And just watch this call over again as many times as you feel like you want to quit in the next 11 days. Because I guarantee after you watch this call, you will not be able to give up on yourself. So mind yourself, mind your mind, and keep it in the right place. Because this is where a rank up happens. Not on your computer, not on your phone. A rank up happens between your ears. That's it. It's as simple as that.
I love it, Em. Thank you so much. It's true, you guys. Sherston Stockwell just hit Emerald last month, and she made like a 500 or 600 point jump in 1 month. That's the same. So last month, Ashlee Kinsel made a really big jump. She's amazing, but she decided, and this is something that Sherston said. Step one is decide. Don't say, I'll see how it goes, and then we'll see if we're close enough. No, just like Emily said, no. Decide you are going to make it happen. And then do the work. Take care of yourself. Meditate. Eat food. Take showers every few days at least. Right? But you guys, decide that you're going to do it. Whatever it is for you. Decide. And then just enjoy the ride. Turn on some music. Do your work. Remember that you can do this. And what we think is possible is this big. What is possible is this big, and I mean it. I mean it. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. We adore you. We know you can do this, and we're going to do big things this month, you guys. It's so exciting. We're going to rise together. This one last dance, just for a second, right? Let it out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bev, come on, come on, come on. Phyllis, I love you guys. You're amazing. Bye.